how I was able to do my wedding and engagement all on the same day in order to cut down on cost. Only for him to get to November and they told him that the process takes 3 months. I just got up from my seat. My husband said, babe, I said, hold on, I'm coming. You sit down and eat, I'm coming. Hey! But I said, leave her, those are her people. I remember we finished saying that, but my husband was like, am I not gonna kiss my wife? The person said, welcome back to my channel, and this is Time with First Lady. And today's video is one of a kind. It's one of the most requested videos, especially on my IG inbox and my Snapchat. Okay, I have a lot of people asking me about this kind of video I'm about to make. I actually got that suggestion from you guys. I really appreciate it when you do that. Kindly continue to send me messages of videos that you think that you would want me to make, and I'll do justice to just that. So from now onwards, I'm going to be giving shout outs on this channel to my most loyal subscribers and fans and all those things. Just send me a message on my Instagram, firstlady_vanessa or firstladyvanessa, or across all social media, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere. And then I'm going to select one person and I'm going to be doing the shout out for you. Today's shout out goes to Emanuela. That is Vibe Sweetheart. Emanuela from the University of Ghana, Lagos. You do business administration. You're in level 400 and you're in Elizabeth Seho. I appreciate you so much for always taking the time and buying the bundle to watch my videos. She has practically watched all my videos. I really appreciate you so much. So today's video is about how I was able to do my wedding and engagement all on the same day in order to cut down on cost. It was crazy. Okay, if you are in Ghana or across the world, you know that the economic hardship is crazy, and so because of that, people try to do their best in order to cut down on cost and, well, basically cut down on cost as much as they can. So in my country, which is Ghana, you need to go and do the house marriage, which we call the engagement. So there's house marriage, which we call the engagement, in which you probably saw my video. I probably posted somewhere about my wedding. I was wearing this traditional outfit that is called the engagement or the house marriage. Now I did that in the morning. So let's just start from the beginning. My husband and I signed at the Register General. We went to sign, and it was a very easy one. First of all, because my husband is not here, I had to do everything by myself. I had all his documents with me, so I just had to go to Register General, or I had to go to AMA in my side, which is at Adenta. I went to Adenta AMA. I spoke to them. Apparently there is a fee for Ghanaians and non-Ghanaians. So if you're a Ghanaian, I think you pay, during my time, you pay a little below 200 cedis. But if you are not a Ghanaian, I don't know what that sound is. Okay. But if you are not a Ghanaian, you pay a little above 300 cedis. That was during my time. So all I needed were your ID cards. That was the ID card of my ID card, my husband's ID card. In this instance, I had his passport with me, a copy of his passport, so I used that, and I used a copy of my Ghana national ID. When that was done, I paid the money, and then it was published for 21 days. According to the law, it has to be 21 days. And since I'm above 21, I didn't need anybody to come and give me consent. Okay, if you are below, I think if you're below 21, you will need someone to come and give consent. So you probably need your dad or your mom to come sign that they give their consent for you to get married. So when that was done, it was published for 21 days. And you know, if you want them to come to your location, you have to pay some money. So, and at that time, I think a lot of our date was on the I think 18th, our date 17th, our date there were a lot of people getting married on that day. So we decided that we would just go there. So it was me, my mom, my dad, my husband's uncle, because his dad is late, and his mom. And yeah, those were our guarantors. Fast forward, it was done. I was so stressed because I only had 1 week to plan for the marriage. My husband didn't know if he was going to be able to come to Ghana because of the kind of work he does. He's a man of the uniform, and because of that, he wasn't so sure if he was going to be able to come. But we already started making like preparations. But at a point, we had to put everything on hold. We were not paying for vendors, we were not paying for dresses, we were not paying for rings, we were not paying for nothing, because again, he didn't know if he would be able to come. You can just imagine the stress and the uncertainties that I was going through together with my husband, because it's not easy. And funny enough, a lot of my mates got to know the dates, so a lot of pressure. Someone that kept on calling, Vanessa, we are coming, First Lady, we are coming, we're going to come represent. And I didn't want it to get to that point where I'll realize that, well, you can't come because it's not going to come up, it's not going to happen. And you know, in the African society, they'll probably say it's my fault they're not getting married. They're not really going to listen or find out what the reason is, so just put the blame on me. So we're just praying, my mom and I, we're praying, God being so good. 4 hours for my husband's leave request to expire, he got a message that he was free to come. So he couldn't buy anything. This guy practically just packed a few stuff, got into a plane and came to Ghana. Yeah, he came to Ghana. And he got to Ghana on the 12th of December. So I practically just shared, when I was like, COVID is happening. I don't want him to get to Ghanaian airport and then they're going to tell me, oh, you have COVID, so they're going to lock you up for a week. Ah, God. So I decided that I was just going to wait. When he gets to Ghana and he sits with me in the car, then I send the invites, because I can't explain to a lot of people why certain things are not happening or my wedding is not coming up. And I jumped something, you know, before he could come to Ghana, because he's a man of the uniform and he doesn't live here and whatnot, he had to go through a lot of procedures. He had to write exams, take over 10 shots of medicines. Like, it was stressful. I would want to say certain things, like when he started trying to make preparations during March of 2021. Yeah, March of 2021 to come to Ghana, and his command was like, oh, don't worry, just wait till November, then you can start making the process. Only for him to get to November and they told him that the process takes 3 months. Oh my God. Anyway, it's a story for another day. So when my husband got to Ghana and then he came to sit with me in the car, then I decided to start sharing the wedding invites. So most of my friends will realize that I shared the wedding invites on the 12th of December and I got married on the 17th of December. It is sad. But glory be to God, if your friends want to show up, they will show up. Because I didn't really share the invite, I just posted it on my WhatsApp. Some of my friends took it because we were not even able to do pre-wedding shoots or nothing. But a lot of people knew my name, First Lady Vanessa. So when they saw that, they were like, ah, isn't this our girl getting married? They came in their numbers. They represented my hall, Mensa Sabah Hall from the University of Ghana, the Republic of Obongolo. My people, the Okpo boys, easy. They didn't disappoint me. I didn't even know they were coming. All I heard was shine, 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 shine. We are coming. Open the gates for the opponent. We are the superpower. Off we go. Hey! They just told the DJ, hold on for us, we are coming. They sat down. I just got up from my seat. My husband said, babe, I said, hold on, I'm coming. You sit down and eat, I'm coming. Hey! Those are her people. Oh my God. University of Ghana, Mr. Sabaho. When I am 120 and I die and I come back and I go to university, that same hall is the hall I'll go to. My favorite part of the wedding was the you may kiss your bride part.
Take you in
be my wife.
To be my wife.
To have. And to hold.
And to hold.
From this day forward.
For
better, for worse.
better, for worse.
For poorer.
For richer, for poor.
In sickness and health.
In sickness or health.
Till death us do part.
Till death us do part.
According to God's holy law.
According to God's holy law.
And the presence of God.
In the presence of God.
I make this vow. I make this vow.
I make this vow.
I remember we finished saying that, but my husband was like, am I not gonna kiss my wife? The person said, oh my God. I was so happy. I was very, very happy. That wedding was stressful, but it was worth it. My classmates, almost all of my classmates were at my wedding. Even so some people who were my seniors in the university, they all were there. A couple of people from my junior high school were there, my senior high school were there. And it was short notice, which brings me to what I'm about to say. If your friends want to come for your wedding or a party or whatnot, and even if it's a short notice, they'll show up. Trust me, unless something unforeseen happens and then they are not able to show up. So fast forward, this has even turned into a story time. Fast forward, we decided to start at 10. My dad said 9, but he ended up getting there around 10 because he was at somewhere very far. He got there, and then, like I said, I only had 6 days. I had 6 days to plan this wedding, so it wasn't like how I would have wanted it to be. Hi, people, you know me, first lady. We show pen share. Cause you know me, my wedding, like 5 years we'll still be talking about it. But everything happens for a reason. Fast forward, I had 6 days to just plan the wedding together with my mom. My mom is a wonderful woman. Like, I didn't want any of my parents to pay for anything, or none of my parents even. I wasn't expecting them to say, oh, they're going to pay for this or they're going to pay for that. But my mom decided to pay for stuff for my wedding. Like, that woman, dear, God will bless her. God will bless her. Like, don't get me wrong. My mom and I have our fights. It's normal. Mother and daughter, the fights always happens. But trust my mom to show up and show out. That's the kind of woman I have. So my mom just said, okay, he's coming, that's fine, let's go. He's here, so let's go. My mom took me to a place. It's a shop. I'll probably show it. I took a video. I'll show a video of that part. It's a very big shop at where is it at? Malata area, and that is the place where people come to take things in bulk or in large quantities to go and sell. So my mom took me there. We got plates and cups and cooking stuff. Those were going to be my souvenirs I wanted to give out. I wanted to give out things that people could use on a daily basis. But again, I didn't want to write my name or my husband's name on it because I feel it's not important. Like, I don't want somebody to pick up a cup and see Aaron and Vanessa December 2021, and they go like, hey, these people are still married. So because of that, I decided that there was no way in Christ's name I was going to write my name or my husband's name on the souvenirs. Hence, cutting cost. Now, one of my friend from Time Changes printout, he's at Newtown. When he heard I was getting married, and I kept, like, you know, because we kept on changing the dates, and then I kept on texting him. He was like, Vanessa, I can see the stress you are going through. You know what? Your invitations, I'm taking the cost. I'm not going to let you pay. I say, ha. Then, when I got the souvenirs in Ghana, you have to do a souvenir for the groom's family. So I had to also go to China Mall and buy all those stuff together with my mom again and my daughter, and then my friend I'll probably post her business card somewhere. Now it's like, when I say I get married, your souvenirs wrapping there, I'm not going to take money. I say, ha, this girl just did it for me, didn't take money. Then my other friend of mine, Karim Adams, you people probably know him. He's a radio personality, he's an MC, he does corporate, he does weddings, whatnot. I was like, Karim, I'm getting married though, because Karim and I were speakers of University of Ghana SRC. He was like, when I say I get married, huh? Then your wedding and engagement MC, I'll do it. I say, Karim, you do it. Oh my God. And mind you, we're already looking for MCs, and the people were charging me 3,500, and I'm like, I'm just coming to talk for one day. You won't take 3,500 from me. 35 million. 3,500 is like how much in dollars? It's probably not much in dollars, but in Ghana it's a lot of money. 3,500 right now the dollar is like 12 cedis. That would be around almost $400, and I wasn't going to pay any MC that amount of money because it's outrageous. So when my friend Karim called me and said he was going to do it for me, I was just overly grateful. He has no idea. I was overly grateful. He didn't take a cent from me, and every time my mother asks of him and is always blessing him. And then another friend of mine called me. She owns an ushering company. She was like, Vanessa, I get married. Those people who are going to serve the ushers, I've taken it because I own an ushering company. I say, hey. I said, hey, you can't do that. Ester of University of Ghana, I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you so much. You have no idea. I hadn't even thought of hiring people to do the serving. My mother would have probably had to find people. My mother would have probably had to find people, because that was the least of my problems. Because if you should put yourself in my shoes and then think about it and planning a wedding in 6 days, 6 days, you would have you would know what I'm talking about. And even before we realized that we're really going to get married in December, my very good friend Mimi, she's a nurse now. If I mention her hospital, she'll come and blast me, so let me just say she's a nurse. She always calls me, Vanessa, let's pray. Vanessa, alpha hour. Vanessa, let's pray. Vanessa, alpha hour. Hey, she and Nadia of Stephanie Nadia channel on YouTube. You can check her out. These people be calling me, let's pray, let's pray, let's pray, let's, because the uncertainties was just stressing me out, and I just had to keep a happy persona outside, but I knew what I was battling with indoors. So again, which meant that my ushers, MC, packaging, I didn't pay for any of those. And then my friend, she's also a nurse in the United States, Abna Lily, former University of Ghana Mensa Sabaho secretary. She's like, Vanessa, you're getting married. Your shoes are on me, oh. Hey, this girl bought me shoes from the United States. Like, she was coming to Ghana. She bought me shoes from the US. She bought me 2 shoes. So it meant that my shoes for the wedding, there was no need for me to buy shoes for the wedding. I said, God, what kind of love is this? Then my brother, if I mention his name, he come and kill me. But he owns a company that produces and supplies apples, like in most of Accra. He's a sole distributor for most of Accra. He called me and was like, Vanessa, I want to take part of your decor, so I'm paying for part of your decor. I said, you, what is this? I was like, we know it's impromptu, and we know that this is that, so I'm just going to take part of your decor. And he gave me like a box of apple to even share at my wedding. Even the box, I left it in one of our houses. I even forgot. So later, we now had to chew it. Then my friend Mia too called, Vanessa, you're getting married, huh? Your fabrics, don't worry. You don't need to go to the market. You know, because Mia has a clothing line. Her clothing line is Mia Style Sets. Okay, so you both check out just on Instagram and all those things. And she and her husband own this YouTube channel called Mia. So people can go watch some lovey-dovey stuff on their channel. She called me like, Vanessa, you're getting married. Your fabrics, leave it to me. I'll go and sort them out at the market. So all my fabrics for my bridesmaids, their gele, everything, Mia did it for me. So back to the basics. I'm only telling you all these things because I want to show you, in as much as I had friends and family help me out, there was still ways and means I was going to cut down on costs. Okay, there are things that I wasn't going to, I didn't care on how much I was going to spend on. That was photography and video, my makeup, and then my clothing. Any other thing, I didn't care, because I needed pictures for memory wise, and for pictures to look good, you have to look good in your clothes, you have to look good in like in your makeup and all those things. Then my mother called me and was like, Aligina is doing promo. Aligina is very expensive in Ghana, but she's very good. And like, Aligina is doing promo, so how about you book her? I said, she's doing promo. So instead of 4 to 5K, I ended up paying, I think, 2K or 2.5K for my wedding and then Sunday makeup. Now, mind you, I did the wedding and then the engagement on the same day, and then I told her that I didn't want to pay extra, so she should do the makeup in a way that I can use it for both wedding and engagement. You understand? And then tomorrow she'll come for the Thanksgiving service makeup beat. For my hair, I wanted to wear bone straight though. It was bone straight I ordered, but then again I had to stop the order because I didn't know if it was going to come on, and I didn't want to take it because I knew that if I took it, I would end up using it even if the wedding didn't happen, and I just wanted new hair for my hair. So when the whole thing happened, I couldn't order bone straight again. There's a place I wanted to order it from. Most of my hairs, I don't buy them from Ghana. I have a place I order it from China to Ghana. So my mom was like, you cry, you have nice hair. How about you just let them use your natural hair for a very beautiful hair? And then we just use. I was like, okay. So I called this girl, and then she was like, okay, she'll give me a hair done for the wedding, and because I'm not changing the makeup for the engagement, she's going to give me a different hair, but they were all going to be natural hairstyles. So there again, I ended up cutting down costs. I wasn't going to buy a wig. You people know how much wig costs in Ghana. You can buy a wig for 2,000 cedis for a wedding. Yeah, and that is just for the engagement and then the wedding. Thanksgiving service has to be a different hair. So since I ended up doing my hair with my own hair, I spent less than 400 cedis for 3 different hairs. That was engagement, wedding, wedding reception. Now people kept on asking me that when I did the engagement, how did the food happen? So with the food, I knew I was going to serve everything for engagement and wedding. So I just decided that my mom said, okay, let's make small chops. So after the engagement, when people came, we served them with water, and then the engagement was happening. When the engagement happened and we were done, and then I went inside with my husband to go and change for the wedding. They started giving them the small chops. So it was spring rolls, samosa, sausage, and all these things are things that you can basically do at home, or if you have friends around, they will do it at home for you. So that was the things that they served at the wedding. Mind you, the decor was for engagement and wedding, hence another cutting down of cost, because most of the time decors, they charge you according to the number of days or according to the number of setups. If you want a different setup for engagement, they'll charge you that one before setup for wedding, they'll charge you that one before, that kind of thing. So we ended up having just one setup for the engagement and the wedding, which ended up cutting down cost. Now, because it was a short notice and it was during Christmas, you can imagine the cost. So I had no other option than to pay. But if it wasn't for the short notice, I would have probably paid for half of what I already paid for the decor. So another cutting down of cost. Now so when we're done with the engagement and then the small chops were being served, we went to change, and then we came back for the wedding and then the vows and everything. When we came, we had the vows done and and everything, and after the vows and everything, the main food was served, and there were a lot of drinks. There were a lot of, like, the drinks, there were some left even for Sunday after church service. My mom used it for after church service. So basically that is it. We had the engagement, we went inside to change, there were small chops served, and then we came back when they were done for the wedding, and after the wedding the food was served. But water and drinks were served from morning down. Like I said, we had a lot of drinks. My auntie, who is francophone, decided to do this wonderful burkina. My god, the burkina tasted so different from the Ghanaian type. And then, like a lot of people still ask me if my auntie or my cousin's wife still sells, like, whether she sells the burkina, because it's nice. And she's like, what if she decides to do it and sell in Ghana? It will be expensive and people will complain, so she doesn't do it and sell. She only did it for me because I'm her sister-in-law. Yes. But the funny thing is that when we were planning for the wedding, we paid, that was in March, we paid for our clothes already. So by the time, and then it was in December, and then we hadn't I told the sim that we didn't know what we were going to do, and she was like, oh, I should just let her know maybe a week to the wedding. So our wedding dress was a week to the our engagement, my engagement dress was sewn a week to the wedding, and she did a wonderful job. I'll probably post her number or something somewhere too, or probably in the description section. The chaos. My makeup artist for my bridesmaids decided that she can't show up because she's not feeling too well. So my bridesmaids ended up having to do their makeup on their own. And most of the time I like patronizing my friends because I feel like I have to support them in every little way I can. Honestly speaking, for my wedding, I wanted my friend Annie to do my makeup because she basically does my makeup all the time. But Annie too was too scared to ruin my makeup. Yeah. So she said, Vanessa, I beg you, the pressure will be too much. That's how come I ended up having to hire somebody. Most of the things I used for my wedding, they were all friends based, and I appreciate you all so much. When you have friends and family who really love and appreciate you, they come all out to support you when you have a program or when there's something that they need to support you for, and I don't take any of them for granted. Ester, Abna Lily, Karim Adams, Lamia too, Nadia, Mimi. I can't even mention. I appreciate all of you so much. I appreciate all of you. So in as much as this video is for Emanuela, who is Vibe's sweetheart from the University of Ghana, Legon, and level 400 of business administration at Elizabeth Seho. I also want to say thank you to all the people who came through for me during my wedding, in which I had to plan in 6 days. I appreciate you all so much. And yes, I didn't want to get a wedding planner. It was already too late, but still, if you are somebody who wants to cut down costs, there's no need for a wedding planner, honestly speaking. And if I had my way, I would have probably ordered my wedding gown from Kiku, because Kiku has very nice wedding gowns in which when they come to Ghana, you can just alterate it, take it to the seamstress for them to alterate it, and it will look perfect on you. And my recommendation is that you try and find a wedding dress that is not so expensive. For me, my wedding gown, I didn't mind going all out because of certain reasons. I had to go all out. But if I had my way, I would have probably ordered the wedding gown from Kiku. And then when it comes to Ghana, I'll treat it and then I'll wear it for my wedding. And it will still look banging. You understand? And same decor for engagement and wedding cut down a huge cost. The wedding and the engagement were done in my home, which means that there was no need for me to pay for a venue. Initially, we were going to get a venue that was going to cost us almost 60,000 Ghana cedi. But guess what? We ended up not having to use all that money for a venue. What do you call it? The food was quite a lot, and people really had a lot to eat, because usually when you serve food at your weddings, it just brings a lot of good luck and happiness to your home. You know, like people are happy. It's a prayer that happiness will follow you into your home. So I really didn't mind on spending on food, and at that time, the amount of money I paid for that much of food was so cheap, so I didn't mind at all. So yeah, in case you're looking to do a wedding on a low, order your wedding gown from Kiku. Don't waste your time to do any embroidery or writing of names on your souvenirs for your guests. It's a waste of money. Go to a place where they sell things in bulk. When you do that, you are cutting costs from the middleman, because if you are buying it from a retailer, the retailer has her profit on it before you're also going to buy it. So go to places where they sell things in bulk. You can go to Accra, or in my case, you can go to Malata where people buy it. I bought one plate for less than 5 cedis. the expensive things I got were probably the things from my husband's people. Most of the things I gave out for the wedding, they were so cheap. So I had varieties to be given out during my wedding, but one of them is this. Okay, I gave this to my bridesmaids. And I bought one for less than 15 cedis or so. Yeah, I bought one for less than 15 cedis. And then there are so many things I gave out. My mom got this one. We got cups with lids on it, which were in outside where I bought it from. I already got one for Legon, and when I was buying it at that time, it was 30 something cedis, but over there I got it for less than 10 cedis. And I got some plates, and then I got some spoons where I gave it to my friend and she designed it beautifully, and then I gave them out and people really loved it. I didn't waste my time to buy any fashionable bag. These are the kind of bags I bought, and if you look closely, you can see thank you over here. You know, they were just stickers they were selling, then I just bought that stickers and then I placed it on all the bags. Some people had marks, some people with covers, some people had bottles, some people had plates, some people had kitchen set spoons. All these things were low because I bought it from a place where they were selling it at low cost. My friend Bankz, who owns a Kente weaving at Kumasi, also contacted me and said, "Ha, Vanessa, I get to my first lady. Your Kente, I'm doing it, and I'm going to give it to you half the price." So the beautiful Kente you guys see me wearing in my engagement, and my husband has a little bit in his clothes, my friend Bankz did it for me. I'll put their names and then their numbers in the description button section, and then you guys can call them and patronize all of them. They are wonderful people. Just tell them First Lady gave you their number or their contact, and then they'll give you a beautiful discount. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share. I'm really hoping that I'll be able to post at least one video every single day, every single week, one video every single week, and then we take it from there. My memory space doesn't allow me to shoot a lot of videos at a go. That's what's happening to me. But honestly, I really appreciate you guys for all the love and the support you've given me ever since I started this YouTube channel. I really appreciate you. I have this wonderful story time for you when we hit 1K. So subscribe, share, hit the notification button so you get notified anytime I post a video. I love you all so much, and thank you for all you do for me. It's been time with First Lady. Bye for now.